Everyone knew that there were tensions behind palace walls, but I don't think anyone could have predicted just how toxic this was going to become.
When you suddenly realise that the metaphorical rug can be pulled from under your feet quite quick at any point, it takes you into some pretty, not great places.
After Oprah and Netflix, I wondered what more there could be to come. But in Spare, Harry delivered more and more blows, particularly towards his brother, Prince William.
Prince William is absolutely raging right now, and the reason has sent shockwaves through the entire royal family. Harry has allegedly exposed that William has a secret love child, and according to the details that have now surfaced, this revelation means Prince George is not the rightful heir to the throne.
It sounds like the monarchy will be shifting in a slightly different direction.
I want to create a world in which my son is proud of what we do.
This is the kind of bombshell that could permanently alter the line of succession and force the monarchy into one of its most dangerous crises in modern history. Sources close to the situation say Harry didn't hold back. He allegedly laid out specific details that challenge everything the public has been told about the Wales family for over a decade. William, who has spent years carefully preparing to become king, is said to be furious beyond words, with palace insiders describing frantic closed-door meetings and efforts that are happening as we speak.
He was shouting at me, I was shouting back at him. It wasn't nice, it wasn't pleasant at all. And he snapped, and he pushed me to the floor.
He knocked you over?
He knocked me over. I landed on the dog bowl.
You cut your back?
Yeah, I cut my back.
The timing makes the situation even more explosive, as William steps deeper into his future role and the eyes of the world remain fixed on the next generation. Harry's alleged exposure has ripped open the one secret the future king never wanted to see the light of day. The palace is scrambling, the brothers' already deep rift has reached a breaking point, and the public is left wondering what this means for the stability of the institution itself.
Well, it was all absolute proof. Before that, we'd had Harry saying we're on separate paths, which had infuriated William, but this was worse. This was much worse. This was telling stories out of school in the worst possible way about your family. And I think really William could not believe, after all that they'd been through together and the complaints about privacy and the media intrusion and everything they'd all said, there was Harry intruding upon his own family's privacy, and in the most grotesque way, really.
The alleged details Harry shared are not just personal family drama. They strike directly at the heart of the monarchy's carefully managed image and the unbroken line of succession that has defined the institution for centuries. The feud between William and Harry has been building for years, but this alleged leak has pushed it into dangerous new territory that threatens to make any future reconciliation impossible. As you guys probably know, the brothers have been publicly distant since Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal duties, but insiders say the private tension has only grown more intense with each passing month. Harry, now based in California and focused on his own family and Archewell work, is said to have reached a breaking point and decided the truth about William's secret love child could no longer stay hidden. Sources claim Harry allegedly provided details that point to a child born outside the marriage, a child whose existence would directly challenge George's place as the next in line. The revelation has reportedly left William in a state of pure rage, with palace insiders describing frantic meetings where William demanded immediate action to contain the story before it spirals completely out of control.
Catherine, they reportedly have a deliberate plan for Prince George, and they're determined to raise George to be a strong future king, according to royal author Robert Jobson, and according to his new book, The Windsor Legacy. They want George to understand what is ahead, but of course live as a boy first.
The alleged exposure isn't just a personal betrayal. It strikes at the very foundation of the monarchy's stability, the carefully crafted narrative around the Wales family, and the public perception of duty and tradition that William has worked so hard to uphold.
Even though William is not going to be on the throne for some years to come, already the Cambridges are preparing to be the next king and queen, and in the intervening period, there are going to be some challenges that they have to face.
Harry has allegedly gone further than ever before by exposing the existence of William's secret love child and the implications this has for the line of succession. According to sources, the details Harry shared paint a picture of a relationship that happened before or during the early years of William's marriage, a child who was kept completely hidden from the public and from the official line of succession. The alleged information includes timelines, locations, and enough context to make the claim feel disturbingly credible to those who have followed the family's private struggles over the past decade. This isn't a vague accusation or a throwaway comment. Sources say Harry allegedly laid out how the child's existence directly impacts George's status as heir, creating an unprecedented succession crisis that the palace has worked hard to avoid for over a decade. The move has reportedly left William feeling betrayed on the deepest possible level, with insiders describing his reaction as pure, uncontrolled rage mixed with genuine fear about what this could mean for the future of the monarchy.
They've shown absolutely no willingness to reconcile up until this point. And I'm not sure how honesty is burning bridges.
The alleged exposure has reportedly forced the palace into emergency mode, with senior aides working around the clock to manage the narrative and protect the institution from what could become a constitutional headache. William is said to be raging in a way that even his closest aides have rarely witnessed.
William was devastated. The depth of the rift was laid bare. Such intimate and personal detail.
The future king, who has built his public image around duty, stability, and family values, is allegedly furious that Harry would expose something so personal and so damaging to the monarchy's future. Sources claim William has been in closed-door meetings, demanding answers and pushing for any possible way to contain the story before it spreads further across global media. The palace is reportedly working overtime to manage the narrative, but the damage from Harry's alleged exposure is already spreading fast and creating divisions even within royal circles. The most heartbreaking part of the alleged leak is what it means for Prince George, who is still just a child navigating life in the spotlight. At 12 years old and preparing to start secondary school later this year, George has grown up believing he is the clear second in line to the throne. Now, according to the details Harry allegedly exposed, that entire foundation is being questioned in the most public way possible. Sources say the revelation suggests George may not be the biological heir in the way the public has always understood, creating an unprecedented crisis for the young prince and his parents. The emotional toll on George is impossible to overstate. A boy who has lived his entire life in the spotlight as the future king could suddenly find his entire identity and role under intense scrutiny from the world.
Perhaps George is allowed to be a little serious. He is, after all, second in line to the throne, heir to a monarchy that's endured for over 1,200 years.
He's still only so young, Prince George, but you have to wonder if when he's standing up there on days like today and looking around going, wow, one day, this is all going to be for me.
William's rage is said to stem in part from the fear of what this could do to his eldest son, a child who never asked for any of this and who now faces questions that no 12-year-old should ever have to confront. This alleged exposure from Harry has pushed the royal family into one of its most dangerous moments in modern history. The monarchy has survived scandals before, but a direct challenge to the line of succession from within the family is something entirely different and potentially far more damaging. Sources say the palace is treating the situation with extreme urgency, with William at the center of efforts to contain the fallout and protect the institution he is destined to lead. The brothers' rift, already deep and well documented, now feels irreparable. Harry's decision to allegedly go public with the secret love child details has reportedly shattered whatever fragile trust remained between them and left the entire royal household in turmoil. The public is watching closely, and the divide between those who support Harry's truth-telling and those who defend William's privacy is growing wider by the hour as the story continues to dominate headlines around the world. Harry has allegedly exposed William's secret love child and thrown the entire line of succession into doubt, with Prince George's status as heir now under serious question. William is raging, the palace is scrambling, and the monarchy is facing a crisis that could reshape everything we thought we knew about the royal family. But the full details Harry allegedly holds are still not completely out in the open. The secret love child's identity, the exact timeline, and what this really means for George remain partially hidden for now. Will Harry release even more evidence? Or has he already said enough to change the monarchy forever? And if George truly is not the rightful heir in the way the public has always believed, what happens next for a 12-year-old boy who has grown up believing the throne was his destiny? This story isn't over. The rage, the exposure, and the questions about the heir are only getting louder, and the royal family may never be the same again.